Hi guys, Vicky again. I'm here at the Royal College of Arts and we are here at another limited event called See Change. It's all about university leaders, it's all about impact investors, seeing how they can empower universities to empower their students or future social entrepreneurs. Bucklow from Oxford University. Hello, Caroline.
Hello.
So on the panel, the first question you asked to the audience was, what was the first thing you thought of Oxford University? And my first thing that I think of Oxford University is extremely prestigious, extremely middle class, and I'm amazed to hear some of the things that you're doing. I'm wondering how, let's say, some of your typical students are able to tackle some social or environmental issues without actually coming from those environments?
Well, I guess the university would first of all want me to say that, of course, quite a lot of our students do come from less advantaged backgrounds.
Right.
But quite apart from that, one of the things that we encourage our students to do is to work through Oxford Student Hub to go out and do work with the less advantaged communities around Oxford, and we do have some areas that are in high areas of multiple deprivation. So a lot of our social enterprises arise because of that experience that students have volunteering. They then think of issues that they would like to address and challenge and new ways that they can do it. So a lot of the people who go on to do social enterprise are challenged by particularly things that they have not themselves experienced. So it's things like working with children who have difficulty in education, which almost by definition none of our students have had. Then we've got students who work with health issues, either mental health or physical health issues. We have one lovely social enterprise that we funded through See Change, which does magic tricks for children who are ill in the hospitals. So they go in and they do magic tricks, and then they pay for that by asking people to hire them as magicians for their children's parties in the more affluent areas. So we do a lot of work in different types of outreach as a university anyway, and a lot of the social enterprises grow out of that. But we've also learned a lot by working with our colleagues up the hill at Oxford Brookes and with other social enterprises across the county.
I'm here with Stuart Emerson from Social Enterprise UK. Hi, Stuart.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We were talking to Peter Holbrook last week and he told us about the 1 billion challenge. How's that going?
Well, it's going very well. It was launched last week at Downing Street, and we've got 7 or 8 large corporate partners on board, and we're very optimistic that they'll be opening up their supply chains and buying from social enterprises.
Okay. So we're talking to university leaders to put, you mentioned social buying power on the panel. What does that look like when engaging with universities?
Well, at SE UK, we think there's a huge untapped potential in terms of university supply chains. So what does that mean? Well, it could mean a whole host of things, really. Universities are huge purchasers in local communities. That can mean in terms of employment, it could mean in terms of goods and services, and we think the more they can open that up to local social enterprises, the greater social impact they can have in those local communities.
Okay, and what does that look like in terms of opportunities to students at universities?
Well, for students at universities, it can mean a number of things. It could mean them receiving grants to set up their own social enterprises. It could mean support and advice from organisations such as Unlimited and Social Enterprise UK, who can provide models of best practice that are working around the country. And it could mean universities actually offering out opportunities to local businesses who can help deliver the kind of social impact that they're involved in those local areas.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Stuart.
No problem.
I'm here with Oluwase, who is a social entrepreneur and a student at the Royal College of Arts. Oluwase just pitched his idea where the audience get to put little balls and vote for the best idea they think that should win today's prize. So Oluwase, just tell us a little bit more about your experience as a social entrepreneur, and then we can go on and have a look at your gravity sketch.
Okay. Well, it came really from an incentive of, I've been there, I've had the problem, can I solve this problem? And coming to the Royal College of Art, I started to think about that problem and start to break it down over the 2 years of my master's, and it was really clear to me that something could be done in the space of 3D creation, and that's where the ideas start to spark with our team. So we were a team of 4 people. We all kind of had similar ideas and similar backgrounds with 3D creation, and we just sat around and we said, hey, we can do something better than what's currently been on the market, and we can make something that actually works for people that may have learning disabilities or people that are challenged in some of the technical elements of what a 3D package would require to operate.
Now, a lot of social enterprises have this taboo that it's a bit boring or it's addressing a deprived area in the community, but yours is super cool. So can you just give us a look?
So Gravity Sketch is really simple. It's a simple iPad app.
Can I do it?
Yeah,
can I do it?
Look
at this.
So in a matter of seconds, you sketch something and it's three-dimensional. So
Amazing.
Everything you sketch in the app is 3D. And if I teach you, I can teach you how to make an airplane. It's really simple. So you draw the body of the airplane. Try to draw outside of the...
Okay, clearly
Yeah.
I'm not.
Then you draw the wings. You got a really thin airplane here. It rotates, and then you can draw the telephone. And so in a matter of minutes, you're able to create a piece of 3D content.
Incredible. This is so good for people who are not as tech savvy as myself. Okay, and what's been your experience from your idea to funding, or what stage are you at now?
Yeah, so from the idea, the team came into the incubator here at the Royal College of Art, and we started to work on how we could make it into a commercial product, and that's where the iPad came. And so now, in terms of fundraising, we have to actually raise money to make this a reality. So the university's been great in supporting us, but now it's the fundraising route, and that's kind of where you got to put your business hat on. And so that's been a big challenge for us, but we're working on it, and we're trying to figure out the whole network of investments and having shareholders in the company.
I'm here with Chloe, who is the founder of No More Taboo. You're my favourite, and I did vote for you in the soup.
Well, thank you.
Because this is all about women's empowerment. Just tell us a little bit more about Moon Cup.
So we sell a range of different menstrual cups. So we sell Ruby Cup, Moon Cup, and Fleur Cup. They're all slightly different sizes and shapes, and we just want to show that there are different options for menstrual cups out there. So there's not just a one fits all solution. Yeah.
And you also, let's have a look at the products. Now, if you don't know what menstrual cups are, this is for women's menstrual cycle, and what Chloe has done is created a range to basically give women in deprived areas a solution for reusable menstrual products. But not also just women in deprived areas, but also us in Western world and more developed countries, because we need to become more sustainable. And I was shocked at the amount of plastic and waste that we contribute to by using the disposable products out there. Could you just give us some numbers again?
Yeah, so it's 11,000 products that you'll use over a lifetime, which is 150 kilos of waste, and each disposable pad is the equivalent of 4 plastic carrier bags, so they have a lot of plastic in them.
All right, so let's have a look at some of your products. So we have the cups. And then if you could just show us the pads.
Yeah, so we have a few different shapes and sizes of pads. These are Honour Your Flow pads made up in Cumbria by a lady who runs a cooperative up there. So she does them in all sorts of different designs. And they are this is a regular pad, and that's the equivalent of an always or a pad that's sold, a disposable pad. Same absorbency, so you can wear them for 4 to 5 hours. And when you use them, you just soak them in cold water to make sure they don't stain, and then stick them in the washing machine. So they are actually pretty easy to use as well.
What's been the response for you from an investor's perspective and from a customer base perspective?
I think with customers, they're often kind of shocked and scared by these products, and until you start having a bit of a conversation with them and showing them the products and saying, pick it up, feel it, have a play with it, then they don't always understand exactly how they work and things until they start asking questions. Then they're not likely to buy. In terms of investors, again, it's always shock. It's always shock if you use the word menstruation and people are like, wow, why are you doing that? But I think when you start, talking about the statistics, people kind of begin to understand that, there is an issue in terms of the waste, but also it's something we don't talk about with people who are living in poverty, what the struggles are there. So,
No more taboo, hence the name.
Exactly.
Well, we look forward to keeping in touch with what you're doing. Thank you, Chloe.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here with Kate Welsh from Social Enterprise Acumen. Hello, Kate.
Hello.
Can you just give us a little bit of what Social Enterprise Acumen actually do?
So we're based in the northeast of England,
Okay.
and we support early stage social entrepreneurs and any organisation that wants to be more socially enterprising.
Right, you said on the panel that you support social entrepreneurs beyond money. There's a lot of impact investors here. What kind of support do you give social entrepreneurs, and why is there a need for that?
So money only gets you so far, doesn't it? But generally what we're doing is investing in the individual as well as the business idea. So we support with coaching. So we have a lot of trained business coaches that work one-to-one with individuals. But we also provide mentors who have a specific expertise in a subject. We do training, we run a network, and we're running a festival. We did one last year and we're doing another one this next year where people can sell products to the public.
What's the typical journey of a social entrepreneur?
I think social entrepreneur, it can be a very lonely thing. I've been there, I've done it, I've had some t-shirts, and it's not until you get a little bit bigger as a business that you even have other people to talk to about your business. So that sense of being able to give somebody a more encompassing support that lets them feel as though somebody's with them on that journey, because the journey's tough. We know most businesses don't start to turn a profit until at least probably 18 months to 2 years into that journey, often longer than that. So you're working every hour that you can to actually make that business work, whether it's social or private. But social enterprises have the added passion that they have for that social cause, so they tend to give over and above. So we're there to help that person alongside that business.
You're there to turn it around, and it does turn around, doesn't it? Can you just give us an example of a project or a business that you've been able to support?
So just an example, I said this on the panel, fantastic woman, Joanne, who was running a community group working with children and adults with learning disabilities, teaching them to be sports coaches, running their own sports events. She's now running a £250,000 turnover business. She's grown to having 10 staff, but she still has cash flow issues. She's still trying to win contracts. She's got HR issues now. So we've been with her on that journey. Sometimes when the crisis happens a bit, so a little bit of comfort and saying, yes, we've all been there, and sometimes people are nasty, sometimes it doesn't work as well as you want, but keep on going, you're doing such a fantastic job. So that's the joy of doing it.
I'm here with Philip Ely, who is Head of Student Enterprise at Portsmouth University. Hello, Philip.
Hello.
So tell us a little bit of what Portsmouth are doing and what you're particularly doing in the student enterprise area.
Well, we're doing a lot, and we're doing a lot in social enterprise. We've been doing a lot more in social enterprise over the last couple of years. We launched a whole programme a couple of years ago called Social Startup, which engaged the community and local colleges and the church community in getting young people to think about starting up a social enterprise instead of maybe going to work somewhere. And there have been some fantastic ideas that have come.
Instead of going to work somewhere, which is the whole point of going to university.
No, I mean, that's the point. I mean, when you're at university, it gives you the chance to explore all sorts of different ideas. And as we know, the labour market out there is getting more and more challenging. And, I think when you see some of the startups that emerge and some of the companies that are out there, and ethically, morally, there are some real challenges out there. Do I want to go and work for some of these big corporates? Actually, no, I want to go and work for myself or go and do something meaningful. So that's why people start to think about doing something like setting up a social enterprise.
Tell us a little bit about your program.
Well, our program started really, it was a little test really. We had about 4 workshops.
What's it called, first of all?
Startup.
Social Startup.
If you have a look on socialstartup.org.uk, you'll find out more about it. So we developed a toolkit, which is downloadable. You can download bits of that. We're hoping to publish a toolkit that's going to go online and we can sell it on Amazon or something like that. And we created a series of workshops that local community members could come to, students, and the communities come together, develop ideas either on their own or in teams, and then eventually at the end pitch and present their idea to the local community. So we've had some really great ideas. We've had changing rooms which are on the side of the sea that community changing rooms that people can come and use. Yeah, we've had local cafes that have been started up and sprung up around the area, and sort of education charities as well. So we've had a real range of startups emerging.
Brilliant. And tell us about Nest.
Nest is our wonderfully exciting new incubator that we've only just launched actually over the summer. It's a cool place to come for entrepreneurs who want to meet like-minded individuals, and we kind of had in mind the sort of places you go to in London, here at the Royal College of Art, the Innovation Building here, and Google Campus, those sort of cool places that you expect to see in California. Well, we've created one in Portsmouth and it's called Nest.
I'm here with Sophie from Expert Impact. Hi, Sophie.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, thank you. Just tell us a little bit about what Expert Impact do.
So Expert Impact is a mentoring program that matches social entrepreneurs with expert entrepreneurs like Julian Metcalf, who founded Itsu and Pret a Manger, Charles Dunstan, who founded the Car Phone Warehouse, and they get an hour free mentoring session.
Incredible. Why is it so important for social entrepreneurs to be matched with entrepreneurs? Mainstream.
I think any entrepreneur really is going to learn best from another entrepreneur. It's such an emotional roller coaster being an entrepreneur, and to go through those ups and downs and really understand the challenges. Advice is really valuable from other entrepreneurs who've been there and done it. I think for the expert entrepreneurs involved with our program, for them, they're really excited by these new ideas, these things that have the potential to change society or improve environmental outcomes for the whole of humanity. And that's a really exciting connection, I think, for both parties.
Okay, so what's the difference really and truly? Because most entrepreneurs go into business to solve a problem. That's the title or mission of an entrepreneur. And obviously a social entrepreneur puts that change at the center of it. Why do you think there's such there's a difference? Or does there need to be a difference in the title?
Well, that is a very interesting question that I think no one yet really has an answer to, but that in itself is exciting. I think everyone defines social entrepreneur in a slightly different way, in their own way. And like you say, sometimes inventions and creations and businesses that never really intended to have a positive impact on society as their primary goal end up having a massive impact. So for example, the invention of the washing machine ended up liberating women across the world, did a huge amount for women's liberation. Would you call the inventor of a washing machine a social entrepreneur? Not necessarily. But I think really, for me, a social entrepreneur is someone whose primary purpose is to have that positive impact. Yes, they want to be money and financially self-sustaining as well, but their primary driver, their primary motivation is to have a positive impact on society or the environment. And hopefully, we will get to a point where all entrepreneurs are social entrepreneurs, because that's just the way that everyone's thinking in years to come.
Brilliant. Finally, can you give us an example of some of the best mentorship that's come from Expert Impact and what's happened?
I think we've had some really exciting outcomes. So I don't want to break any confidences, but I know that across the programme, some people have led to conversations about potentially becoming financially involved with some of the social entrepreneurs on the programme. Definitely there have been countless business introductions and doors opened and connections made and ideas shared. Some of our social entrepreneurs have gone on to do fantastic things, and lots of them have got the promise to go on to do fantastic things as well. So I'm hopeful that we'll go on to continue having a great impact.
Okay, what I learned from today is that universities are changing the game in the way they work with students. they're entrepreneurial students collaborating across programs. But what I'd really like to know is how, let's say, entrepreneurial ideas are able to actually walk in the shoes of some of the global issues that they're challenging, let's say, in developing countries. So that's something I'd like to discuss.